Hi, first graders. So this week we have a new story in our reading book that has the otter on the front of it, and it's on page 48 and 49, and it's called Shrinking Mouse by Pat Hutchinson. And Pat Hutchinson is actually a very famous author. But anyway, in order to understand the story Shrinking Mouse, I have another one of those listening things that I want you to do. And it's actually a poem, and you really need to be thinking about it as I read it. It's called Magic Hand, and it's by Mary Ann Hoberman. It says, I have a magic hand. It looks quite normal to one's eyes, but it can cover anything no matter what its size. My hand can cover houses, and I'm looking at the house behind me and I have it all covered. My hand can cover houses, make a mountain disappear, or hide a hippopotamus if it is not too near. I have a magic hand. It looks quite normal to one's eyes, but it can cover anything no matter what its size. Now, first graders, my daughter Heidi is videoing me right now. And if I put one of my hands like this, I can actually cover her up totally. But now, is Heidi this big? Is she the size of my hand? No, she's bigger than that. But since she's farther away from me, I can cover her up with my hand. Now, can you do that? Can you try that? Look at something in the room that you're at right now and put up your hand and try to cover up the whole thing. I actually see a really large tree right out my window behind Heidi, and I can cover up a tree, and that tree is probably 20 feet tall, but I can cover it up with my hand because that tree is so far away. So I want you to think about that. Things that are farther away seem smaller, but they're really not small. So in our story called Shrinking Mouse, you have to ask yourself, are the animals really shrinking, or are they just getting farther away? So I want you to think about that as you're reading it. It's a cute story. But then on page 79, after you've read the story, there's a really cool activity that you can do right here. And it actually is, you would draw maybe some trees or something else that you would make them larger if they're close to you. And as something gets farther away, you make it get smaller. And that's actually called perspective with art. So maybe Mrs. Carroll can do something more with you another time about perspective. But have fun with the story Shrinking Mouse, and I hope you work hard at reading. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.